Hello, I'm Kurt, and this is my interpretation of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. My first question is, what was the first Marvel film that came to cinema? The first Marvel film that came to cinema was Howard the Duck, which was produced by Universal Pictures. This was in 1986, but this was not where the Marvel Universe began. The Marvel Universe began in 2008, when they began to make Iron Man, The Incredible Hulk, and Punisher Warzone. These were the first three films that kicked off the Marvel Studios. When the Marvel Studios began, this created a franchise for many fans of Marvel to pull away from comics and introduce themselves to cinema. I believe the most watched film from the Marvel Studios is The Avengers. This is because 90% of the fans prefer this film because it's an origin story. I particularly enjoy the Marvel Universe because they are constantly bringing something new to the table, such as Marvel TV dramas on Netflix, aka Luke Cage, Jessica Jones and Daredevil. I also enjoy the fact that the possibility for Marvel Studios is endless. They could be still making films when my kids have kids. Does Marvel have any competitors, you ask? Yes, they are constantly fighting against DC Comics, which so far Marvel is winning in the film side of things, because DC hasn't created any satisfactory films that perfectly represents the comics. The first Marvel comic was printed in 1939, nearly 80 years. Hopefully, the Marvel Studios can keep that going for another 80 years in films. The best thing about Marvel Studios is it reaches out to a huge audience, including children, adults, even the older generations, which knew of the comics from when they were a kid. The final question on my mind: will Marvel Studios become the next biggest franchise? I believe it will. They're already looking into the future to find a potential 12 films that could be released in the next 2 years.